r/Tifu, dear edit, today, I fricked up. Tifu by consuming 150 Mint Mentos. Purchased a bag of 150 Mint Mentos as a study snack. Got stuck into an assignment and somehow ate the entire bag over a 12-hour period. Next day my partner and I walked our dogs down to a cafe. Stomach becomes sore while we drink our coffee. I look to the toilet, but it's a busy cafe with a single toilet. Figure I'll just wait to do my business back home, about a half-hour walk away. As we start walking back I begin to sweat. Cramps become unbearable. Give my partner the dog lead and tell her I need to run. She doesn't know what's going on. I start sprinting, which then makes the stomach cramps so much worse. Realize I'm not going to make it. Almost crying from the stomach cramps. See a bush. Can't hold it. Pull pants down. Don't quite succeed. Shit everywhere. Bush isn't concealed. Other dog walkers walk past and dog runs up. Mortified. Still can't stop shitting. Partner sees me. My pug happy to see me. Runs straight up and into my Mentos diarrhea. Haven't eaten Mentos ever again. It's a fun story now, but god did that date suck. Partner loves to bring it up at dinner parties. TLDR, don't consume an entire bag of Mentos and go for a walk with no toilet access. Tifu by misunderstanding a text from my wife, thinking my kid had thrown up and missing out on sex. This wasn't today, it was actually Sunday. The other night my wife and I were getting ready for bed and being kind of flirty. I had to use the restroom, so stayed downstairs while she went up to bed. While I was sitting on the toilet I got a text, bring a bucket and a mop. Crap, one of my kids must have thrown up. I finished my toilet bees and went down to the basement to check the cleaning supplies. I found a bucket, but couldn't find a mop. I found one of those squeezy sponge things, but the sponge was missing. Figuring the vomit was probably congealing by this point, I just grabbed the bucket and a bunch of paper towels and ran upstairs. I got to the upstairs bathroom and found no mess. I carried the cleaning supplies down to my kids' rooms, but found no vomit. I went to our bedroom and found my wife lying on the bed. She asked what had taken me so long, and I said I couldn't find a mop, and where was the mess. She started rolling around on the bed laughing. Suddenly I realized, bring a bucket and a mop was a line from WAP, wet ass pussy. My wife had been in the mood, and I had spent 15 minutes looking for a mop in the basement. She was laughing so much that the mood was basically dead. TL, doctor, my wife texted me a line from a Cardi B song to tell me she was in the mood. I thought she wanted me to bring cleaning supplies because a kid threw up. Tifu by accidentally killing and eating one of my professor's pet ducks. I live in interior Alaska, and every season I go duck hunting. This year, I was hunting along one of the rivers and got a duck that was hanging around along the banks of a part forested / part residential area. I ended up making some really tasty stew with it. Fast forward a week and I'm talking with a professor for one of my wildlife biology courses. He starts to tell me about how recently one of his pet ducks went missing. I didn't make the connection until he told me that he lived along the river and that his ducks weren't caged, but lived down by the riverbank. Once he described his pets and the location, I knew that I had killed his pet. I still don't have the heart to tell my professor that I hunted, killed, and ate one of his pets. Tifu by giving my dog his allergy pills for 3 years in peanut butter. I have a 5-year-old dog, had him since he was 3 months old. Love him to death. He's an amazingly playful dog, Jack Russell. A few years ago, he started developing really itchy red skin on his toes, and the poor pup would constantly lick his toes to the point where he was making them almost hairless. Took him to the vet, they said it was allergies, and prescribed him medication, $60 a month. We've been buying this medication for him ever since, occasionally skipping a few weeks, and using a mini dose of Benadryl, until we purchased more allergy pills. The pills helped, as in he wasn't constantly licking his toes all the time, but he would still lick them, so it wasn't a surefire solution. Let's say 80% cure. Now, onto the fuck up. We tried giving him the pills with nothing, and he just puts them in his mouth and spits them out. So, we started putting them in a little bit of peanut butter, which he licks off a spoon, and the pill gets swallowed along with the PB. A few weeks ago we ran out of peanut butter, so we used Jello instead. It worked just as well, because he swallowed it right up. Over the next few days we did the same thing, and he wasn't licking his toes at all. Light bulb, we took our dog to the vet to get an allergy test, which we should have done from the start. Test result, dog is allergic to peanut butter. We've been giving him his allergy pills dipped in the substance he's allergic to. He's a happy dog now with no more itchy toes. TL, Dra spent around $2K on allergy pills over 3 years. To battle dog's allergies dipped his pills in peanut butter. To get him to swallow them he's allergic to peanut butter. Reddit, pills are apical 5.4 milligrams. Tifu by pranking my office large him from the office. I thought it would be funny to put a Bluetooth speaker in the ceiling and play sounds of cats over it. I found an 8-hour video of cats meowing on YouTube that was perfect. I paired an old phone to the speaker, tossed the phone in a drawer of an empty desk, and tucked the speaker under a ceiling tile. It was perfect. You could only hear the cats if you listened real close. It sounded like there was a cat in the ceiling, but you really couldn't tell exactly where it was coming from. I went to my office, got busy with work, and forgot about it until I went to break. I walked into the break room and several people were talking about the cat that must be in the ventilation system. I chuckled to myself while I grabbed my coffee and made a loop through accounting department to see if there were any more people talking about the cats in the ceiling. To my horror, half the ceiling tiles were removed and there were 2 maintenance men on ladders looking for the cat. They were real close to the speaker, but hadn't found it quite yet. I just reversed out of there and went back to work. They eventually found the speaker, and shortly after everyone got an email from the big boss reprimanding the guilty party and asking for any information on the culprit. TLDR, I caused the entire accounting department to be shut down for 3 hours this morning by making them think there was a cat stuck in the ceiling. My bad. Update, a conspiracy theory emerged by the end of the day. Several of them don't believe that it was a prank at all. They think the maintenance people lied about it being a prank. That management made it up to get people back to work, and that maintenance is planning to set out traps and poison to kill it. One person claimed they absolutely heard the cat yesterday, and I shit you not, a couple of them claim they still hear it. Tifu by realizing a girl had the most obvious lesbian crush on me 5 years too late. Now 22, used to be acquainted with another girl my age. We were both about 17 at the time. It was a typical friend of a friend situation. I'm bisexual and thought she was really cute, but never once thought that she could possibly be into girls as well, least of all me. My self-esteem was extremely low around that age and I did all kinds of mental gymnastics to explain away all of her flirting. I once saw her at the grocery store and she became really shy and didn't approach me. She was very shy in general, but later that day sent me a message saying something like, "I saw you at the grocery store today, you looked cute." But the absolute boldest move I completely ignored was Valentine's Day when we hung out as a group with our friends and she walked over to me and gifted me a hint so broad I can't explain how the wrapper didn't burst. She had made me handmade heart-shaped chocolates and put them in a small transparent gift bag. There was only one other thing in the gift bag. The only thing in the universe that could be gayer than heart-shaped chocolate from one gal to another. A little paper card with some kind words on it, and printed on the other side was a picture, a manga panel from the looks of it, of two girls holding hands. And my only thought was, wow, what a nice girl. I have to be really careful not to develop a huge crush on her, since she couldn't possibly be into me. She probably felt bad for me on Valentine's Day because I'm so single and unfortunate looking. Those straight girls really lead you on without meaning to. Today I looked back on this situation with horrified realization, as Facebook told me she got married recently. To a woman. TL. Doctor, I thought a teenage friend had just been really nice to me. Realized she had been gay the whole time when she got married. What, the video is already over? Have no fear, more videos can be found on the channel. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. Who knows, you might receive a cookie.